Paraffin was a substance implanted into the vocal cords by Bruning in 1913. It failed. Substances today are implanted into the vocal cords, implants they're called. Gel, bone, fat, silicone, Teflon, you name it. The outcome is perhaps uncertain. I see the cases where my question is, why are they doing these implants? They're trying to bring the vocal cords together. I do it all naturally by a voice lift called I diagnose this, I write about it, I have peer review for what I'm doing. It's very simple, it's all natural, and it's inexpensive. The surgical procedure, the New York Times indicated not long back by a famed ear, nose, and throat doctor, called gel, is implanted into the vocal cords. The article forgets to tell you that the substance lasts maybe 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then you need another implant again, and that goes on until whatever time. Let's continue to take a listen to Cures All Naturally. Cures is a dirty word in my field, in the medical field, in academia, and in the Botox company, Allergan, I find. They guarantee there are no cures of this condition, strangled voice, and I continue to report for over 35 years ongoing cures. Let's listen to more. Let's take a listen to Marjorie Whitman, who was diagnosed by Dr. Paul Ward, the former chairman of the Head and Neck Division before Dr. Gerald Burke.
Because I've gotten I said to my neurologist, can you get a brain injury through a psychosomatic condition, which I still thought I had. That's why I've gone to so many psychologists. But he said, no, he feels because I had the brain injury, had to, some kind of clotting or something has had to have happened that causes damage in the brain.
Marjorie Whitman could not get one clear sound out. Paul Ward was of the view it was a hopeless condition and was of the mind that it might require surgery. I was privileged to work with Marjorie Whitman. Let's take a listen to further narration by Marjorie.
And then I'd go in and start talking to my boss, and at the end of like a sentence, it would start dropping. And he'd say, what's wrong with your voice? And I'd say, I don't know. But I knew, I had a feeling that from what I had been going through the day before, what I had implanted in my brain had something to do with my speech.
But they say your problem is neurological.
Yeah, and so, but with time it kept getting worse and worse. With time, and then it would happen more through the day. As the months went on, it kept happening more and more and more, and then it got where it was so bad, I could hardly speak at all. And when I go to open my mouth to speak, I had so much pain. And then finally, I started going to a series of 11, 12 different doctors, and it got so bad I thought it was an emotional problem. So I was going to psychiatrists' offices, hypnotherapy, different ear, nose, and throat doctors, and it was just a big gamut of a lot of different doctors. And I was in so much pain at this time, which was a year later from the onset, that I went to an acupuncturist to get rid of a lot of the pain.
You were diagnosed at UCLA Medical Center
Yes.
with spastic dysphonia.
Yes.
They suggested surgery.
Yes.
You declined.
I didn't want to have that done.
Marjorie Whitman was a very cooperative patient, and that is what it takes to overcome and find a cure of spasmodic dysphonia. Let's listen to her ongoing story.
Because I couldn't speak at all, and because I was using all the wrong muscles and everything, I had pain from the top of my head to the middle of my back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's where I had pain.
And
it was very severe.
Is that pain gone?
Yes. Because once I've opened up the breathing, it's taken all the pressure off the neck and the shoulders and everything. And so now I don't have, once in a while I get a little ache, but it's not anything like I had before. And with spastic dysphonia, it does not come back that easily. It's been a miracle, because I couldn't speak at all. And I think it's truly a miracle that I'm speaking. I can get on the phone and talk to my friends and order food in a restaurant and just do all these simple little things that it takes a voice to do. And it's marvelous just to be able to do that. I mean, at one time you think, I'm never going to be able to speak again. But once things start breaking loose, like the breathing, when I was getting this and getting the humming back, I thought, I just know the voice is now going to come back once I got through those 2 hurdles.
We're back in studio. It's unbelievable, I believe you might say, that one lone doctor in the world can report ongoing cures of spasmodic dysphonia, all types, abductor, adductor. Abductor is like that, and adductor is like this. And then they can have both types and still be cured of the condition by all-natural direct voice rehabilitation. Why is the medical profession and academia and the Botox company Allergan so untaken with cures of spasmodic dysphonia? Is it possible they are not enamored, in love with all-natural cures? That could be an answer. There are only 200 ear, nose, and throat doctors of 14,300 in this country that do Botox. So if you have a Botox shot, you have to find your assistance in some area that may be distant from where you go. And Botox, incidentally, is for life, 4 to 10 times a year, each and every year for life, according to Dr. Gerald Burke, the chairperson of the Head and Neck Division, who says in writing in the National Spasmodic Dysphonic Association newsletter in 1999, it's not inexpensive, but it's 4 to 10 times per year, and it has some problems. Why are the medical people so opposed to giving the patient choice of treatment, such as direct voice rehabilitation, which differs with what speech therapists do? Speech therapy never reports a single cure of spasmodic dysphonia, ever. Not one single cure. The medical profession, since Traub first described the condition in 1871, never reports a single cure of the condition, not one. They have changed from psychiatric care to neurological cause, and they have not reported a single cure ever in the medical profession. That's a very frightening statistic. The Botox company, Allergan, and its organization, the NSDA, National Spasmodic Dysphonic Association, guarantees in writing, as does the medical profession and my field, the academic profession, the American Speech Language Hearing Association, guarantees in writing there are no cures. I report cures at the American Speech and Hearing Language Hearing Association. I report cures at the California Speech and Hearing Association, covering over 35 years. Yet they do not offer choice of direct voice rehabilitation on their website. In fact, surprise, surprise, they banned the book Curing Hopeless Voices, which you can get on my website, free, voice-doctor.com, free. There's no charge. Curing Hopeless Voices. It's written by myself and Dr. John Curtis, and it's a fascinating read. You can also listen to before and after cures of spasmodic dysphonia on my website. It's free. Now, why doesn't the medical community, which I report to in Cedars-Sinai in 1982 and 1990, afford choice of treatment to their patients? They don't, basically, that I know of. And why do the medics in the field, such as Henry J. Rubin, deceased, report I have 4 cures of his SD patients, and Hans von Leyden, both honored at Cedars-Sinai, know there are cures of spasmodic dysphonia. 2 of his patients, diagnosed by Hans von Leyden, were cured by me. I'm Mort Cooper. Cures is a dirty word, a very dirty word. Thank you for joining with me. Bye-bye.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.